Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Dwarf Fortress. I was sick last week, and I was in no shape to record, so I purchased a couple of games and downloaded some older games off of Steam that I've had sitting around forever in hopes of finding a new favorite game to play on the channel. I only play my favorite games on this channel. Life is just too short. Uh, Long story short, I did not find a new favorite game. But it got me thinking, hey, you know what? Dwarf Fortress has had an update recently, and you haven't played that in a while. Let's play that on the channel. And so that's what we're going to do. Dwarf Fortress is one of my all-time favorite. No, I'm gonna say it. Dwarf Fortress is my favorite game of all time. There's just so much going on here, so much to really like, so much to love. There are a lot of games out there that say it's just like Dwarf Fortress, but with better graphics, or just like Dwarf Fortress, but with XYZ going for it. I've played all those games. No, they're not. No, they are not. They seem to fall short. They take a little section of Dwarf Fortress and try and think maybe that's what the game is, but it's not. You can't just take a little section out of this game. It's the whole thing. It's the world, all the possibilities, all the things you can do, and it is. I don't have to explain this to you. You're watching a Dwarf Fortress video on YouTube. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're just going to jump in and we're going to play. I haven't played in a while. I haven't played in the new update yet. I'm pretty excited about it, to tell the truth, just with the possibilities that it opens up, not only for this update, but for future updates. But enough of that. We're going to play. I could spend the next 5 or 6 episodes building a world, going over it, and just trying to find the perfect playthrough. We're not going to do that. I'm going to take a page out of my RimWorld playbook, and we're just going to play. We're just going to start. We're going to create a new world, and let's just go. We'll do a small world, short history, crank up the beast a bit, and as well as the mineral occurrence, and let's go. Right, seems goblins. I think I see some human settlements up there. Is that a human settlement? Yes, it is. We have elves. We have elves down here. Okay, so everybody is on the map. I've seen some Dwarf Fortress playthroughs where you don't get all the civilizations. Okay, this is good. Let's do it. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and it's still being updated. It's quite. You know, we've had since I've started doing this channel. Okay, we have had a Crusader Kings 2 update. We've had a RimWorld update. We've had a Factorio update, as well as a Dwarf Fortress update. All of my favorite games they're all older. I'll say, and they are all still being updated. Actually, I don't think RimWorld and Factorio and Dwarf Fortress they all haven't been released yet. That's funny that this game has been in development like 10 years or something like that, and it still is in alpha state. Okay, let's find a place to go here. There's a volcano down here, and I always like to just check them out. We're probably not going to settle here because we don't have access to all the civilizations. We just have dwarfs over here. But, boy, a lot of nice cliffs and stuff. Okay, I know there's like the site finder, stuff like that. I don't like to use that usually. I like to just kind of go around and look for something somewhat interesting. What about like up here? It's moderate. There's some deep metals, shallow metals and stuff. Oh, we are in the middle of a goblin city there. Is that right? Okay, probably don't want to do that. Let's take a look at our dwarven civilizations. We have one dwarven civilization, and I'm not seeing it on the map. Usually they highlight as blue, and I am not seeing it. So that's not necessarily a good thing. That means we could be Excuse me, still not 100% yet. Okay, so we may be the last remnants of our civilization. I'm kind of thinking maybe it might be nice to do like a peninsula out on this lake. That might be a interesting playthrough. We've got untamed wilds, no vegetation. We have moderate vegetation. Yeah, that might be interesting to do kind of a lake playthrough. It'd be nice. We'll be able to defend it fairly well. We are possibly the last dwarven civilization. Maybe we could go over here as well and play in the good area. We are at war with the goblins. Just flat out war. Okay, we don't get elves over there. Elves don't like to be in the good forest for some reason. And this looks like, yeah, it's thick untamed wilds. Yeah, I'm liking the peninsula here on the lake. That might be kind of interesting. Let's do that. Let's do it and let's just go. Sounds good. Let's embark. All right, so I do have a starting profile that I use. Basically what it is it's 6 picks, a battle axe, 100 food, and 100 drink, as well as 40 seeds that come along with us. I don't assign my dwarves really anything as part of the profile because I do like to kind of check them out first. I don't get too far into it, but I do like to kind of look and just see if there's anything that they would be good for. Like if somebody has like a lot of creativity, like very good creativity, she has a good sense of empathy and very good creativity. I probably want her to be something like a carpenter / mason. Seems reasonable to me. And I do like to name my dwarves, at least my starting ones, after, I don't know, just kind of dwarvy, earthy things. Good intuition. Doesn't see the attainment of knowledge as important, so you would not be a good scholar. And really not a whole bunch of great folks out here. Great feel for social relationships and a great affinity for language. Doesn't like art. Thinks that's silly. Yeah, you're kind of worthless too. Let's make you one of our miners. You'll be dig. And you're almost never sick. Iron will, good feel for music and a good memory. Full of patience. Boy, these guys aren't really great. You'll be Till. You'll be our... Till is our grower / brewer starting out. And let's see, you don't have much going on for you. You will be our other miner. Everybody's a miner in my thing. Let's see, you are not that great, but you do have an affinity for language. That is kind of a leadership thing. Good intuition. Feel for social relationships, a great affinity for language. Sees the whole pursuit of art as silly. Value merrymaking. We will make you guys, let's see. You will be Jade. You will be our bowyer / armorsmith. I like to bring one of these with me because I don't seem to ever get them as part of immigrants. Let's see. We have Ruby, Jade. Trying to think of like jewel names. Opal. That's one, right? You'll be Opal, and you will be our metalsmith / weaponsmith. Another thing that doesn't come very often. And we have one more person. What do we need for you to be? You are... Okay, you'll be our kind of leader type person. And we'll name you Chunk. Okay, to get a leadery type person, all you really need to do, it'll also be like an administrator as well. We'll get some of these skills. So they will be our broker slash the guy that does the work order stuff, plus our bookkeeper. And if we give you a couple of social skills, you will also end up being our expedition leader. Let's not be a lighter. Let's be a consoler. There we go. I think that is good. We have some points left over. Let's see. I usually bring turkeys. That is how you min-max this game. So I think let's just bring regular chickens. I don't think I've brought regular chickens in a while. And let's see. That gives us 3 points. That is enough to grab just a couple more seeds. Great. All right. Let's name the port. Fort, not the port. Well, it's kind of a port. We're in the middle of the lake. Probably something a little bit lakey. Now, mirrored lull. That's pretty lakey, kind of watery. You know, the water kind of reflects. I think of lull. I think of like a lull in the wind. Is that something, or is that something I just made up? I don't know. It sounds great. Mirrored lull. That's what we'll be. Our group will be the crazy lens. Why not? That sounds good. We are a little bit crazy. And we can do a symbol. That's something relatively new. It's immersive. We will be immersive. Let's see. The brass ring of works avalanche of weight. Copper nail, gloved banner. The Lost Clasp. Sounds good. We are a whole bunch of miners, so let's do a group of dwarves. Dwarf, a small nocturnal mammal. It has a long tongue with which to eat insects. Huh? Oh, okay. Maybe it was just... Okay, there's 7 of us, and we are going to have... let's see. Can we get some picks? Since we're all miners? Yes, we can. And we'll set up an action. I want my dwarves admiring the picks, being flayed by the picks, contemplating the picks, cooking the picks, devouring, embracing, fighting with, greeting, impaled on, praying to, refusing, striking down, torturing, trial. Yeah, I think embracing are good. The 7 dwarves are embracing their picks. The Lost Clasp. It's image of 7 dwarves and 7 picks. The 7 dwarves are embracing the 7 picks. I like it. We'll do that. Nope, not that. Why? Okay. All right, I think we are ready to go. Let's go. Embark? Are we embarking? I think we're embarking. Yes, we've embarked.
We have arrived.
Mirrored lull. Strike the earth. All right. Okay, so if you have never seen Dwarf Fortress before, this is the main play screen right here. We are looking at our little peninsula. If I go ahead and zoom out, you can kind of see it. We have a little bit to the south here we could connect to, but we are on a peninsula here surrounded by a lake. Pretty cool. All right, if I zoom in here, I can see this little horseshoe-looking thing right here is our wagon. You can see we've got a chicken and a pig in the wagon right now, as well as a dwarf. These are our dwarves laying around. That is Dig. There's Jade. There's Opal. There's Ruby. There's Till. We got a couple of dogs that we brought with us. There's some chickens, things like that. Just looking around, you can see like little rocks and stuff like that, little plants. These like circles you see all over the place are trees. These are the trunks of trees, I should say. Dwarf Fortress is, rendered in 2D like this, but it's actually played in 3 dimensions, and you view like one slice at a time. So this is ground level. These are where the dwarves are currently standing, and if we move up 1 level, you can start to see leaves and branches of these trees, and keep going up, you see more, and then finally we get up to the top where we can see the treetops. So we're like actually moving up and down through space. We're now above them. And this TWBT mod, it's been pretty cool lately. I really didn't play with it that much, but it's included in the starter pack now and is on by default, and I really kind of like it. Before, if you were up at this level, you wouldn't see anything below. This kind of makes it gives it kind of a little 3D feel, and it makes it a little bit more easier to follow. All right, and of course we can actually go down, and now we're like underneath the ground. This is a layer underneath, and you can see the lake coming up here. And as we go down, oh, it's actually kind of a shallow lake. Yeah, you can kind of see it go up. But that is neither here nor there. We have to kind of think now about how we want to build this fortress. I think I want to probably prioritize building a wall up here just to make us nice and somewhat safe. Somewhat. And down here, yeah, we'll start building our fort. I think what I want to do is just kind of, I don't know, maybe we want to do stuff above ground. A lot of stuff above ground, like maybe the trading depot and stuff like that. That would work. Or I don't know. It just doesn't feel very dwarfy. We'll maybe like right in this area, right around in here. Maybe we'll want to tunnel down. I do want to have my military and stuff set up outside because I don't want them to get the cave sickness, but we can have everything else inside where it'll be nice and safe. Maybe right about here. Sounds good. I'm going to designate some channel orders, which basically means, hey, dwarves, just go ahead and dig a hole right here. And do I want it to be that big? I do not. I want it to be like 5 by 3. All right, so that will be, is that, do we maybe want to take that back a bit? I think we do. Maybe we want to go not that far up. Maybe we want to do it down here, but on the same plane, like right here. Yeah, I like that a lot better. We'll go ahead and cancel this. All right, so we'll start digging down there. I like this big tree. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to go ahead, at least for now, we'll go ahead and cut down some of these just to have some wood laying around. We might want to make our first initial wall out of wood. And yeah, that will work. Okay, we need to tell our dwarves now that they need to do these things. I use a utility called Dwarf Therapist, which is relatively common. Let me flip over to it real quick. I'm going to go ahead and connect. You can do this from inside the game. It is, however, not the most pleasant experience. Actually, you know what? I haven't looked at that in years. I've used Dwarf Therapist, and I haven't really looked back. I don't know what the state of that is. If anything's changed, I suspect nothing has changed as far as manually assigning labors inside the game. But I don't know. Dwarf Fortress or Dwarf Therapist is just so wonderful. You have all your labors up here up top. You have all your dwarfs listed down here on the side. You just go and click the boxes, the things you want them to do. We currently have everybody doing mining, except for Chunk, who is our expedition leader. I want him doing some cutting. We have 6 picks and 1 axe, and that just kind of works out. All right, well, we are ready to get digging, and we will do that in the very next episode. Thank you so much. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you again for watching. This is the first video in the series. If you like the series, would like to see more, please leave a like or a comment down below. It really helps out the video, helps out the channel a lot. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.